Yes, baby. It's Power 105.1. We have the amazing Faith Evans in the building today.
Hey.
On the perfect day. Hi, Faith.
Hi, Angie.
You look amazing.
Thank you. You look good yourself, honey.
I'm happy. Life is good.
You look. I see a little permanent grin up there.
You do?
And it doesn't look like Botox, darling. No. It looks like you're happy.
I am happy, man. How you been? What's happening?
I am so good. I'm busy. Just I got a new album coming out, The King and I. So I've been kind of making my little rounds.
It's actually the perfect day, actually, to be here. So Tiana and C's were here a little earlier today, and they told me that they have heard the album and that it's really good.
It is. C's is on the album.
Yeah, he said that.
Yep.
He said he had a joint on there. But both of them, it didn't sound like because they love you, they were saying that. They were saying like they were really like giving you high praise.
Thank you, guys. But I mean, you know what? I had no idea how I was going to do it when I ever got the chance to do it, but it came together really seamlessly.
Wait, did you know that this is not a new thing? You always knew you wanted to do this?
Well, I told Miss Wallace shortly after I heard Unforgettable with Natalie Cole and her dad. I was like, Dad, one day that'd be really dope if I could do that with Big's vocals. But it was just a thought. I didn't plan it out.
Right.
And then like 3 years ago, my attorney was like, hey, remember you said you wanted to do that album? You should go meet with the people we should meet with the people who acquired the masters and do some business. And they were very interested.
So it's more than just like a rapper verse insert into R&B song, right?
Oh, no. I really must say that I was just proud of how I was able to be creative, because it's like big vocals, you could do whatever you want. I could have done a lot of stuff and taken a lot less time. But I'm like, this got to be right. I got to really, I feel like, there's certain songs where I'm singing around his rhymes, certain songs I'm rhyming back and forth. But the way I use all of his rhymes is like it's totally different.
It's not traditional.
It's not how when you think the verse is going to continue, it goes somewhere else.
Yeah, they were saying
totally
some of the verses.
songs.
They were like some of the verses that you know them already. You're not even gonna realize it's the same.
Right.
Way you
Totally
used
new
it.
records.
That's so dope.
Thank you.
And so today, of course, we can't, salute, rest in peace to Big. Today's 20 years since he passed. Isn't that crazy to you?
It is crazy.
I can't even.
It doesn't seem like so long, I guess, because he's still so much
part of your life.
Yeah,
right. Whether you wanted to or not, you were forever tied with him. And your son, he looks so much like him.
He does. He just happened to get like into fitness, and now he's like a skinnier version.
Yeah. But you could just, I don't know, you just see it in his face. So,
it's really weird, though, the stuff that CJ does like Big for him to not have been around him growing up.
Yeah.
Like little weird, crazy, like flicking the toes together.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, how in the world does he do the same thing?
It's
so crazy. No, Big used to flick them first two toes together so hard. You're like, what is that sound? Like,
wow,
like some flappers.
I've never met him, but he seems.
No way.
I swear I never have. I don't know. Maybe like when he was like super young, but I don't know him as like a.
Oh my God, I totally thought you guys did like plenty of interviews.
No,
together.
I would love to though. I feel like
I'm sure he would have had a nickname for you.
So today was the first time I really met Tiana since ever.
Right.
And so to remember like the day 20 years ago and then to look at her and she seems so lovely.
She's a good kid. I'm really proud of her and everything she's doing with the Notorious brand of hers. So everybody that they may or may not follow her, but Tiana has the Notorious clothing line that she's trying to she has launched, but y'all support her when y'all get a chance.
But she seems so like well adjusted, and she's been surrounded by so much love around her dad. I'm sure CJ too, right?
Absolutely.
He just
and her mom, Jan, is really super cool and laid back and very, but yet no nonsense. And I've always appreciated that about her too. So I think that might have a lot to do with.
But when you're the kid of like somebody who's so legendary, some kids don't adjust well to that. Some kids like there's a lot of pressure or it's like they're always in the shadows, but they both seem like good and comfortable in their own skin and strong and solid.
And I'm really happy that although we don't live near, her and CJ, actually all of my kids and them, and Miss Wallace and Tiana and Jan have always maintained a really good bond, over the years. They always come and visit us or vice versa. So
that's dope. CJ's brave too. We were talking about that earlier because to even want to do music and to know that you're going to always be compared to Dad, that's like there's a bravery in that.
You know what the thing is? I don't even think CJ looks at it like that.
Really?
I really don't, because he does, him and my other son Joshua, they do music together.
Right.
Josh produces and writes and, writes a lot of the stuff. CJ writes his rhymes, but they both sing and rap. But I think their music is such a different approach than what Big's approach was.
Right.
They're more on the vibe of like a Tribe Called Quest or Little Brother,
Right.
So I think in that sense, it's probably why he doesn't. I mean, I can't say what he feels inside.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to me that that's much of
it doesn't scare him. Right. He doesn't scare him. But I just think that's brave. I think he's comfortable in his own skin. He's confident. His mom, his mom has her own legacy, by the way. You're still with us, so
I think, and maybe the fact that they really kind of just factored that into things in probably the last 5 years. Like, wait, Mom, you're dope too.
Yeah, right.
When they're friends, like in high school,
you're like,
that's
hey,
your mom. Like, I'm like, well,
I'm kind of popping too, fam. And I love that he's acting. I think he did. What was the movie he did?
He actually did 3 movies.
3?
He did 2 after Notorious. He did Everything Must Go with Will Ferrell, and then last year he was in a film called Kicks.
Kicks. That's the one I was talking about. The recent one that was in Sunday.
But that was his 3rd one, and he's still doing auditions.
Good for him.
Yeah.
You did good, Faye.
Thank you, Angie.
So great. It's so crazy how time flies, man. And now we're like here 20 years since Big's gone, but his memory is still as strong as ever. His kids are thriving. Faye's good.
I'm so good.
Yo, what are you doing? I had Stevie J up here not that long ago.
What up, Stevie?
So he loves you, Faye.
I love him too.
It's so
we will
weird
always
to me.
love each other.
It's such a weird thing to me.
It was very weird for me at first.
It would have to be.
It was very weird to even think about the fact, because I've never, ever in
looked
all
at
the
him
years
that
I've
way?
known him, ever thought that I would even consider dating him. Trust me.
It's so strange to me. I don't know why. I didn't believe
the strangeness should dissipate by now. It's come and gone.
She's over it. It's come and gone. Oh, it's over.
Yeah, girl, you ain't watched episode 8.
I didn't see episode 8. Okay. I'm so sorry.
All right.
You decided against. You decided friends are better.
It's definitely better.
Yeah. She said, I never thought
I'm
about
a few
that
steps ahead in the relationship department. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She has moved on.
Not ahead. I'm saying ahead of the place of being, yeah.
Yeah.
I want a really mature relationship. That's just me and you.
You don't want a whole bunch of people.
Well, that was never a part of the bargain. That was, I was never down with that.
Right.
But he did a lot of convincing to kind of make me even.
He almost convinced me when he was here.
Listen, if the people that my good friends, that are people that are his friends that love him as well, but that know that's not my type of thing.
Right,
are you sure? And then when we actually started dating, it was like, wow, I think I really believe him. Right. But it's
you
all
didn't
good.
watch season 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5?
All of them. I was still his friend throughout all of them.
Okay.
Like I said, that's not something I ever thought
but
about.
You chose to believe that maybe.
I didn't just choose it. I mean, he definitely made me feel and made me believe that. I'm not like, I don't just fall for like, oh, you said this, so I believe it.
Right.
It wasn't like that. I mean, it's not like it happened in TV time.
Right.
You know what I mean? People may have saw it in 8 episodes.
Right.
That wasn't really how it developed or really unfolded,
Yeah, he was, I don't know, we had an interview, I don't know how many months ago it was. So I guess it was post-TV, it was pre-TV. We weren't in TV mode. So I guess it was still kind of.
post-filming and pre-airing.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And he was still like glowy, like.
Really?
He was. I guess
maybe in that moment, I don't know.
Maybe in that moment, maybe I caught him early. Why are you not friends? You're still friends.
Always
gonna be friends.
Yeah, absolutely. I love him to death.
So what are we looking for now? We're looking for like I don't know. You looking to be in a relationship now? Or?
I'm never looking. I'm never looking.
But open.
I mean, I'm single. I'm single.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It sure is.
Okay, good.
Until someone presents themselves and kind of proves themselves even worthy for me to kind of take the time and energy to consider, like, am I going to spend my time thinking, Typically, I like to kind of have some attraction already. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So that's what was a little different.
What do you mean?
Well, I was never attracted to Stevie in a way of dating. I was never attracted to him. He was always my friend. I've always, throughout my entire life, had several male friends, just as many, if not more, male friends than females.
Yeah, I never did.
And I've never dated any of them.
I was gonna say,
I always
think
took
once
pride
you
in
pass
having
a
those
certain,
friends.
Once you pass a certain friendship zone with a guy, it's very rare that you would then
Well,
go.
to be honest, I'm 43, and I have to say, I think it takes a certain level of maturity to, it's like I knew it's a 50-50 chance that he is really about what he's saying.
Right.
Because I know him already.
Right.
So therefore, if I had to be mature enough to accept if it did not work out that way. You know what I mean? I already knew that could possibly be the result. So it's all good.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's always 50-50, whether you're famous or you're not famous.
But that's the thing. Like a lot of the people, who, well, not that I, solicit people's opinion, but obviously, like.
Yeah, your friends.
That,
people you
I'm
trust.
like, well, actually, why are you putting so much on it? Because shit could happen with anybody.
Anybody.
So it's so good. It's okay.
I know. It's
like,
just Stevie. We had just spent all this time
but
on
my
TV
thing was,
watching.
I'm not about to get caught up in all of that craziness. And he already knows that. So, I'm smart enough to be like, listen, kid, I know how to separate myself and be smart about it before it even comes right this close. I'm not doing all of that.
You took a chance.
I did because I cared about him, loved him already. But, I wanted to believe that he was sincere. So, and maybe he was for a quick moment.
I think that I think when they say it, they kind of want to believe it or mean it.
I think so.
Habit is a hard thing to change. It's not that he can't, but it's hard. Like it's a hard thing if people have been living a certain way for so long.
Yeah, but I'm not the guinea pig type. But I love Stevie to death. He actually has a couple of really dope songs on The King and I.
Oh, dope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a wash. It worked. You guys made good music together. You're still friends.
We did that regardless.
Yeah, you're still friends.
We're still friends. We're gonna always be friends.
Yeah, that's good then. So it wasn't a bad thing.
I would never let that be different. I had to kind of embrace that. Like when I'm like, wait a minute, I can't get
yeah.
I had to kind of just suck it up. Like, well. Whatever.
Sorry. It's all good. We got some beautiful music. I can't wait to hear this album. So wait, when is it? Is next week?
May
the
19th. May 19th.
May 19th. And are these all like verses we've heard before, or is this unheard?
There are a few unheard verses. I actually have a couple of Big's reference verses from like Junior Mafia and Little Kim stuff.
Yeah, that's dope.
That I used.
How is there still verses we haven't heard? Where does this come from?
Well, you have the stuff I used, like the reference vocals, you didn't hear them because he was saying them when he wrote them.
Yeah.
So you heard them on like a C's song on a Junior Mafia record, but one of them was singing it, not Big.
I'm excited, Faye.
But I had a good time. It was really cool to come out every day like, wow, that's really dope. I didn't even know I was going to be able to do that like that.
Right.
So I just really hope people enjoy it. I mean, I think I've gotten a lot of different, ears on it, like, and everything ain't for everybody, and you don't have to like it. But I do think I did a pretty darn good job.
I think it's important, too, to keep his legacy alive. It's like continuing. We were talking about this earlier with C's. It's like, every year we celebrate his birthday, we celebrate his passing. We do at the radio stations, we do mixes. We're trying to find songs that we don't hear all the time. It's like always trying to like reinvent and make sure new people are just keeping his legacy alive. So I think that's just another dope thing to do.
And yes, I mean, that's part of my responsibility really as co-administrator of his estate. I mean, if I wasn't a artist and producer, then I may, I would be seeking out other ways. But it's like, hey, wait a minute, kind of glad that my attorney was like, wait, let's do this. And I'm like, yeah, that's really, thanks for reminding me
that I had such a brilliant idea.
Right.
That's right. You are the so that is like a job of yours, right?
Yeah.
It's to keep his legacy alive and and going and plus for your kids, you know, for your son. And
I mean, one day if CJ and Tiana wanted to do something similar, they would have every right to,
Oh my gosh, Tiana was telling me that she couldn't get the clearance for the Biggie in the Coogee sweater.
Well, here's the thing, which, I totally understand in all these different mediums now when you see things like, I think it was the photographer who took the photo. We did a deal with him to use it in the album only because he saw me post it before and probably thought we were going to use it for the album cover. So, just like with publishing these days, when you use, people kind of want, like, hey, you're going to be making money. That's my image. Like, I didn't get credit. I didn't know anything about it because I reposted it from one of my fans. Yeah, so once we did a deal with him for the business and they saw it posted in conjunction with something else. I think they thought we were trying to get over on them, but not realizing it's not even connected. It's not even Tiana's poster that she made. You know what I mean? But on the business side, the attorneys called me like, "Can you call her?" And so I'm like, "God, it's not that serious."
You get that. I feel like they should. I don't know. I feel like I understand business, but at some point,
I didn't want to call. I called Jan, but I don't know these people either. They tried to sue us for me posting the same picture. So it was just kind of like they looked at it like, "Well, we just did a deal with her."
What kind of animal? I already went on this.
I know it's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I didn't call Tiana. I was like, let me just hear her mother so I can explain to her the whole origin of this issue, even though I think it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever. She was like, well, the guy said he's not going to take it down. I said, well, that's fine. I'm just telling you, if it's his poster, they can't sue us. So whatever. Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Meanwhile,
I get it. People got to eat, people work, but like, let's have a little respect, a little courtesy, just a little like, come on.
It is his daughter.
It's his daughter, man. Anyway.
Trust me, that was like, I'm looking like, can you call Tiana? I'm like, I'm not about to, I don't want to throw her off like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me just hit Jan and be like, girl, I hate to tell you this, but this, you know.
Yeah.
She's like, I get it. And but the guy still said he's not going to stop using it. I love that you're all that
close. I think that's so dope. I was telling them earlier, y'all need like a real reality show. Like you could do like the Biggie Legacy reality show. Just all
it would be laughs. It would really be more like a sitcom. All we do is laugh.
That's what I'm saying.
Joke all the time.
It could be like the T.I. show, like the family business. It's the family hustle. It's like the Biggs estate hustle. I don't know, something like that.
CJ probably wouldn't want to do it.
Why?
Neither would Tiana. Because she don't like
I had her almost convinced today. Today I almost convinced her.
You know what, Angie? See?
I almost
Let
convinced
me find
her
out. You need to be the casting agent on this.
I'm just saying, I almost convinced her today because I think there's something really special in the fact that these two kids of this person who we lost at such a young age and who has still remained such a big part of hip hop history they've grown up so amazing. And they like, and then also just what you guys have been able to maintain with each other, the relationships. They were saying they have all these uncles now, from C's to Gutter. To, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. It's funny, Miss Wallace. When CJ comes up here, most of the time he'll just stay at Caesar's place. And Miss Wallace, does he have security? I'm like, Mima, we don't walk around with security. He's with C. He's in Brooklyn.
Right.
He's good. I think he's okay.
By the way, he's in Brooklyn,
all right.
and he's Biggie's son.
He's okay.
Good. He's better than anybody in the borough. Is he adjusted to that? Because they didn't grow up like their father grew up like this, or probably you grew up.
But I'm still the same though, you know? So it's like he kind of by default had to just fall into it. Like, this is what I do when I come up here. I hang in Brooklyn too, most of the time. I mean, if I'm here working,
right.
Typically I stay in Brooklyn because I found a really nice hotel that I like over there. There's a park I could jog in. So they always just come hang out with me. So I think CJ's always seen that. So it just kind of continued on,
right?
You know, with him. And now Tiana lives in Brooklyn too.
Amazing.
As you all security.
Really?
I don't really walk around with security unless I'm in like the Essence Festival and trying to get through, you know.
Yeah, you're trying to move around.
But I don't really feel the need for that.
It also brings a different type of attention.
It does.
It does, right? Sometimes it like asks for more attention than you need to have.
I move so much faster by myself.
Yeah. You've always kind of moved like that. Like,
most of the time.
You never been a real like entourage-y person. Not that I know of from you, like from seeing you through the years. And
I'm not. I'm still like that.
Yeah, I could see that. How was the tour? I know you guys did that whole Bad Boy reunion tour, which must have been crazy.
It was actually fun. You know, I never did that with them back in the day. So it was the first time for me.
What do you mean you never did?
I never went on those big Bad Boys tours.
Why?
Because I'm going to tell you the truth. Because the first time they did it, I feel like maybe my single was gold and my album may have been. But I know I had a record out there where I was getting cool money on the weekend singing 1 or 2 singles. And the call I got was to do it as a promotional tour, which we know means for free.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was like my husband, his girlfriend, his other girlfriend. I'm like, come on, what part of that makes sense?
Right.
For me to do this for free, possibly be scrapping, you know.
Yeah.
And I can do this and get my money and be cool.
You were like, let me mind my business.
I was cool.
Yeah.
But it was fun for me in that sense because I've never done it. And I've never been a part of a production on that level. So it was great. And I was like so proud. I would sit there and watch the screen behind the stage and just tear up seeing like, you know, Total's fans respond to them and Carl like, oh, I'm so happy. It was just great to see people respond, you know, and to know we had that impact on people at that time in music, and obviously still do.
Yeah, I loved seeing, and this the evolution of it all. Even Kim, like you and Kim on the same tour.
You know, Kim's on the album.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Amazing.
Kim's on the album.
Even if you just think about that and you think about originally when the tour happened, how you evolved from that 20 years ago, what it was, to now, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of amazing.
It's called growth. I mean, you know what I mean? It's, you know, I always say for me, when Big passed away, kind of all of that really went out the window for me. But I mean, I think it's great that Kim is in a different place now to where she can receive my real sincere well wishes. You know what I mean? I was kind of there a long time ago, like, hey, Kim, you know, but I understand, you know.
It takes time for everybody to be in the same place. And now you're all there. And you can be on tour together.
We were on tour together. Maybe she'll do some shows with this King and I tour with me too, you know, once that record comes out.
Are you ever amazed by that? Just the growth and how far and all the things that you've been through? And
I am. I'm more thankful, to be quite honest. You know what I mean? Thankful that I have been able to sustain and, you know, still kind of be the same person. Yeah. In a lot of ways, you know. The same but different in the right ways. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to scrap. It's none of that.
You can't. You get to a certain point. It's
right,
not cool.
I can't.
You got kids. You grown. Like,
I mean, Jadakiss said it best on the song.
Stevie J would have had you scrapping out here. You would have stayed
Never that.
Too long.
Never that.
You would have had something crazy.
I'm too smart for all of that.
Okay.
See, a smart woman moves around. You know, I'm not about to wait for something to invite itself to me. If it feels like, okay, I don't think this is gonna, you know, it's best for me to pivot up out of here, darling. Let's pivot the other way, sweetie, so we can keep it cool. Don't let it get to that point where we can't be cool.
Yo, you've had to do that a lot throughout your whole career. If you think about all the things in your career and your life.
Sometimes change is good. I'm glad that I'm able to kind of make those look like, bang,
right.
You ain't catch me.
It's called
can't touch this.
It's called being a survivor.
Yes, ma'am.
That's absolutely what it's called. Right. Thank God it's right. All right. So the album comes and then there's going to be, are you going on tour and you're doing that?
I am looking forward to going on tour. I have not decided on, like, I've had a few offers come my way. Hopefully I might be doing a little early run with me and Jadakiss, you know, kind of to kick stuff off because we got the joint out and, you know, we've done shows together. That's my people. So he's ready.
That'll be fun. What are your thoughts about the hologram thing?
We actually have been working with a company to develop one. Well, they are developing a big hologram. I mean, I was surprised when Ms. Wallace okayed it because some years ago she
wasn't
like,
into it. Yeah.
So I mean, you know, obviously, you know, this one seemed like it would make sense. But as long as I just feel like we just got to be really smart about how we use it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was hoping to use some element of it, even if it's just a little tease of it in one of the videos for the album.
I mean, even like to reference like Natalie Cole, she did that with her dad. It wasn't like a hologram, was it? It was like
it was just old footage,
special effect,
whatever you call it. Put it in.
Yeah. Would you do? Maybe you would do something like that. Are you gonna do videos? Are you gonna do videos?
We're doing videos for sure, but see, the thing is, some of these rhymes that I use the Bigs, they don't all have video footage of him performing them.
Oh, got it.
Some of them do, but you know, some of them don't. But we just, you know, we gotta be creative.
Yeah,
there's ways to get around the, you know, even if it's not him singing that particular song, but there's ways to do it.
Yeah, the hologram thing freaks me out a little bit sometimes, but I guess if it's done right,
that's the thing.
At the end of the day, anything is long if it's done right. You know?
I've never seen one at all, other than when I went to go and preview the one they're working on for us.
Yeah.
And they showed me some of their other,
Did it freak you out?
I thought it would, but see, all I saw was like what they had done of the head. So it wasn't like I saw a full, you know, out moving, talking, you know. But even that, it wasn't. It was more like, oh, okay.
Like a projector screen,
and then they showed me how I could interact with it, you know, and it really just, I think that part of it was more like impressive to me. Right. Like, oh, you can stand here and and you can be here and you can make it look like you have an audience. And you can, it just was like so crazy. But again, it wasn't like a full out big right there. Yeah. Now, I don't know how that would have felt. Yeah. But even the head, like I said, it was like pretty cool to me.
It wouldn't bother me like you, because you have Miss Wallace, like there's certain people that I feel like are entitled to be able to use the hologram of somebody who's not with us. But I just think it gets funny when you have like companies or like artists that have nothing to do with the artist. Nobody protecting the artist is what I'm saying. Like,
and
you know
even
what I
if
mean?
we use it, it still has to be.
You have to protect,
so
but you would
tactful, 'cause
protect
it could
the
be
artist.
Still born
Yeah.
on weird or cheesy sometimes too.
Right.
Like if I wanted to sit here, like I'm just. I don't know. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like if
Right.
I had the dumb idea to say, "Hey, we're gonna do a reality show with me and Big," like,
oh my God,
that would be so
Oh my
stupid.
God, that would be terrible.
I would never do anything. I mean, I'm just saying, not
Yeah,
that
yeah,
anybody
no,
would, you know, I'm not at all putting that out there like I've thought of it, but
Yeah,
I'm just
no.
saying, like, that would be really like, what
Terrible.
are you thinking about? Come on,
Yeah.
for real.
But that's what I'm saying, because you
Like-
care about Big, so you're gonna protect him. So it would be okay.
But like I said, I mean, I defer with a lot of things to Miss Wallace, and I always have when it comes to the estate stuff. So when she said, okay, I was like, oh, really? I didn't think you were going to okay it. You know, I thought
does she say
before-
no to you sometimes?
Well, not so much no, because I don't typically
Ask.
ask for stuff. I kind of like, you know, when stuff is presented, our attorney is usually the one to kind of sift it out and see if it's something that makes sense for us to do anyway. And he's also my business attorney as well. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's usually, he knows I'm like, I don't really trip off of anything with the estate. Unless it's something that I know. I'm like, Miss Wallace, I need to tell you that. So just because they ain't, you know. I if you want to do it, that's fine. But when I did something with them, they was kind of shady. But go ahead, you know,
Right.
just don't say I ain't tell you.
Right. That's funny.
And even with in the beginning of kind of deciding to share the responsibilities of Big's estate with her, I kind of knew that would be a part of it. Let her kind of learn and see certain things for herself.
Yeah.
With how people be operating in this business. Because
Yeah.
half of the people that was trying to be all flocking and, you know, like they was all pro Team Big, you know,
They
most of
disappear.
them kind of have shown themselves to be the opposite.
Really?
You know, over the years. So,
That's too bad.
yeah, it is.
But you still got a good solid squad of people who have been
Oh,
loyal
yeah.
the whole time.
The ones that really, yeah, I mean, you know, like you see who really are the ones that are for you,
Yeah.
you know?
Amazing. Well, you've done an amazing job.
Thank you.
I mean, just maintaining his legacy and classy about it, and the whole family. And I swear there should be a show, but you guys will figure that out.
I don't
on
think
your
it would
own
be
time.
as funny because all of these ones that have had a chance to really hang out with us are like, oh, they say the same thing. Like, I can't even be around y'all without laughing, but
That's what I'm
it
saying.
wouldn't be the same if everybody was a part of it, though. I don't think.
I think it would be amazing. I think you should do it.
Y'all
I
heard
think
it
would
here.
be
Come on now,
amazing.
Angie trying to produce a show with us.
I'm just putting it out. I'm just putting it out there for you, Faye. And you're not doing Love and Hip Hop right now.
Oh no,
Because that was the rumor, but I guess that was
I
connected
think that was
to
just because either
because
people
of
saw me
Stevie.
filming on his show, and then I'm also doing other business with Viacom and VH1.
What are you doing?
I'm working on a film project.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
About? Can you say?
Not yet.
Oh, like a docu kind of thing?
No,
Oh,
nothing docu reality, nothing in that space.
okay.
It's scripted.
Nice.
hmm So I don't know if it could have come from that or me posting pictures of me at VH1, but whatever. No,
Yeah.
the truth of the matter is, no, I would never be a cast member on Love and Hip Hop.
I didn't see that.
Not
for
in
you.
90,000 88 million years.
Yeah. I didn't think so.
No, I've been offered that a few times.
I bet.
But that's not for me.
I bet you've been offered.
I need to be an EP of a show that I'm going to be a main cast member on.
Yeah. You did the other show. Are you still part? Is that
R&B
show?
Divas?
Yeah.
I don't even,
Are
I
they
think
still
it's kind of
shooting?
fizzled.
It's kind of out. It was good.
It was, I mean, I thought it was good the first season
Mhm.
because it was more of what Nikki and myself wanted it to be.
And then it went left.
Yeah. And so did I.
You did a pivot?
I went to the left coast back home.
You did one of them pivots that you can do?
I sure did.
You avoided.
Shaboom. I mean, but you know, that wasn't what I signed up for. I was like, I'll take my credit and my check. I'm good. I ain't got to be on nobody's screen. I never wanted to anyways.
Right.
I was okay with that.
So what happens next? So what's the next phase of like your career?
We also are, Miss Wallace and I are executive producing along with A&E Films this documentary on Big that is going to come out April 11th. And it's kind of just more of a candid depiction of who he was from, you know, all of us and all of our funny stories and things that could be on a reality show.
Right.
I mean, things that made Big just the crazy funny person that we still laugh at the same jokes 20 years later. So
yeah.
it's kind of more from that perspective as opposed to the same old stuff you've heard about his death and, you know, the sensationalized things, I guess, in his career.
Yeah.
It's more about his life outside of the career,
His
as
personal
well,
life
you
as
know?
a man, right?
And my project I'm doing with VH1, hopefully they'll be maybe announcing that soon. And I'm about to do another book also. That's kind of like
So
short stories based on things that I've learned through my experiences.
Those pivots that you had to do.
Yeah, and how to be able to do it and not feel a way about it, because you got to kind of do what makes sense for you.
Word.
And it's okay. If you're coming from the right place, you can't go wrong. That's truly what I believe.
Good intention.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that too. Well, you're making it work. You're the fact that you're still here.
And
you do? I just did this.
I like it.
I wasn't sure if it was too thotty. It was a little light.
Not thotty. She's so funny. Too thotty.
But I'm into
I like it.
You
I
do?
like it. Mm-hmm.
It's lighter for me. Today's day one of it, so
but
you know
got
this.
The chestnut underneath.
It's got a little.
It's got some low lights.
We do. Okay, all right. If you like it, then I'm in. All right, I was on the fence. I was definitely thinking if I need to do a rinse, another rinse over it to tone it down.
I like it.
Thank you, Mom.
And I haven't seen you before, so
you haven't seen.
I haven't seen
right.
you in a while.
Well, thank you, babe. My hair was dark last week. This is a new color. Yours is beautiful.
And your smile is matching that highlighted hair of yours.
I'm happy. Things are good. Well, it's amazing to see you, baby.
Likewise. Thank you for having
everybody
me.
gets the album on May 19th. The King and I.
It's available for pre-order now.
Okay.
And you get the 2 singles, the one with Snoop and the one with Jadakiss if you pre-order. It's on iTunes, Amazon, and Google Play, and soon to be Tidal. And yeah, I'm out here trying to put the word out.
I hear
early.
that. And then, so it's being today, 20 years passed since Biggie's gone. What do you think? Because we were talking about this earlier. Like, there's a whole new generation of people that are just getting put on to his music, to his legacy, might not even be all the way familiar with his legacy. What do you think that is? What do you think his legacy should be? What do you think people should know about Big?
To be honest, I can't say I'm mad at what his legacy seems to be. I mean, it may be something different to whoever you ask,
right.
But to me, it generally seems to be like, if I don't already know how dope he was, I think I need to find out. I mean, you know what I mean? I think his legacy is exactly what it should be. Like his music, I've been asked quite a bit, like, was it weird making the album, hearing his voice? I'm like, we hear him all the time, and it's still,
right.
He could still go toe-to-toe with a 94 release.
Yeah.
His wordplay, his intelligence, and, his everything about how he did it, like, with anybody right now. Still, to me, I don't think I'm being biased. I think that's pretty accurate.
What do you think he would be doing now if he was here? Do you ever think about that?
To be honest, I don't think it would be far-fetched to say that we would probably have done something like this. Or I know I would have already talked about it because I'm always thinking of, like, what's the next thing to do that, that's dope.
Right.
So I think we would have already done a duet album by now. Absolutely.
Isn't it hard to say, though? Because it's like when you lose people, you don't really know what the trajectory of their life or your relationship is going to be. So,
but I do know we would have been still the best of friends if we weren't together.
Right.
We would have probably tried it a few more times, tried to make it work. Right. And if it didn't work, we would still be great friends.
Yeah.
That I do know.
You're able to do that.
I know that for a fact. I mean, because I'd still joke with him sometimes, even when, like, if I date somebody and I'm like, I know, Big. I know you clowning me.
Do you really?
All the time. Like, all the time. I went through this little young boy, not young boy, but, after my divorce, a couple of guys like 30 and under was trying to holler, and I wasn't really sure at first. Then I was like, well, I heard certain things about young guys. So let me see. And then it wasn't quite that.
By the way, good for you, Faye.
I mean,
good for you.
Yeah, but I didn't get those same perks, so to speak.
It wasn't all it was.
And I kind of was like, I know, Big. Like, I could just see him clowning me like, yeah, that's what you get. Like,
that's so funny. So he's still like a voice in your head.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. With not just, things, relationship matters, but, I mean, he was just such, we had a bond, still do, I feel, even throughout recording the album, I didn't feel like any weirdness or sadness, but there was like a couple of times toward the end where I really felt like I felt him tap me on my shoulder and say, this is dope. And I just would start crying. I'm not that type. Like, right. I was like running in the corner, like, I don't want nobody to see me. Like, oh my God, I think he just told me he's proud of me. And I really was in like, oh my God, okay, get it together. Okay, I'm back, but yeah, he is still very much a part of my life.
Yeah, and you were raising a part of him still at this point. So I'm sure it comes through your son also. Amazing. Well, I can't wait to hear it. All right, everybody. Pre-order it now, May 19th. The King and I. Let's have one time, please, for the amazing Faith Evans.
Yay. Thank you, Angie.
It's Power 105.1.